Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Christina here, doing an update for you today on KASPA. It's kind of been hovering in the 8 cent, 9 cent, even a little bit into the 10-cent range lately. And I think the question for people is how far over 10 cents will this go? Or will it stay secure in the 10-cent range for a little bit? Or will it go back down again below 10 cents? I think when I saw it hit 10 cents, it was very clear to me that this was probably going to go back down a little bit to 9 cents or 8 cents. I don't think we will be seeing Caspa go as low as 5 cents anymore. I think we are past that. However, I don't think that the short-term corrections are anywhere near being done. I think these are kind of just some pre-pumps that we're experiencing right now before everything really starts to pump a lot, and which will most likely be in the summer months, as I've said in many of my videos, and then into the fall and end of year 2025. We could have a slightly extended um, pumping period into January 2026, but I'm not quite sure on that. But I think we will see a lot of these price predictions hit in December 2025. So I want to go through the chart today. We are at a price right now of 9 cents, 0.9393. Um, Market cap 2.45 billion, which is up a little bit, 11.58%. 24-hour volume is 100.13 mil, up a little bit, 0.25%. So just wanted to go over a little bit of those tokenomics because it's been a while, I think, since I have. We have an all-time low going on here of 8 cents for the past 24 hours. So it did go back down to 8 cents, almost 7 cents there with that 0.83. And then we have an all-time high of 0.96. So almost at 10 cents again, but not quite. So we're working with roughly a 1 cent difference there. See a little bit of a decline here in the 7-day chart, down 3.70% for the week. We have an all-time low of 8 cents, and we have an all-time high of 10 cents. So we are working with a 2-cent difference, and again, that clear, distinct decline. Nothing too bad, though. This is just reflecting the volatility that we all have seen in the price. 8 cents, 9 cents, 10 cents, back down to 9, back down to 8, back up to 10. That this red and green in the chart is simply just a reflection of that. So for the month, we have a nice incline happening here. It's up 41.32%, as we all know. All-time low, 5 cents, all-time high, 10 cents, almost 11 cents. So we're working with roughly a 5-cent difference there. 5 cents is a lot, right? So that's why we see such a clear, distinct incline, moving from, the red in the chart here and moving up to a nice increase happening here in the green. Then we have the 1-year view, which is down slightly, 11.52%. All-time low for that, again, is 5 cents. All-time high is 20 cents. And then we see quite a difference there because that's a 15-cent difference. So that's why that chart looks so contrasting. And then we move into the all-time view, which is looking a little more not as consolidated maybe, or as tight. I could be wrong about that. It's probably because I've been staring at so many charts for the especially this week, and they all follow kind of the same pattern, especially the meme coins, but they mostly look like a little more like tight, like concise. This looks a little more spacious, but I could be wrong. It's been I've seen so many charts since the last time I looked. I looked at this all-time Caspa chart, so I could just be thinking about that like contrast. Um, but again, with this all-time chart, we're up here 50,313.37%. And this looks normal to me. This does look like it's consolidating nicely. This looks super bullish, and I'm not worried about this. I mean, the fact that it's moving a little bit now into the 9 cent, 10 cent range shows us that Caspa is not dead, not dying. It's alive, and it's not thriving yet, but it is surviving, and it will be thriving in the coming months. Um, I've said this, I think, in almost every Caspa video that I've done. You are going to want to accumulate as much Caspa as you possibly can. I have people in my Discord who are trying to free up funds to put back into Caspa. Or I know people in my community who are waiting for paychecks, right? So they could take some and put it into Caspa. People looking for money just to put into Caspa. I know people who their portfolio is just 100% Caspa and they don't even bother investing in other altcoins or meme coins or whatever category. Like it's just a 100% Caspa portfolio. Now, I don't think like that's for everyone. I like to kind of, play a little bit with the meme coins. I think you can make a lot of money with the memes. But everyone should be having a Caspa heavy portfolio. It should be your largest bag in your portfolio, in my opinion. And 9 cents is still incredibly cheap. Anything below 20 cents is incredibly cheap. And I think you should be buying up until like 20 cents. I have people in my Discord who are going to buy like up until $1. And $1 I think is very expensive. But the point is you should just be accumulating, accumulating, accumulating. And just make sure you have as much Caspa in your portfolio as you possibly can. Maybe you've collected some profits on, other projects in the past. Maybe you want to take some of that and throw it into Caspa, but you're going to want to have as much of this as you possibly can because this is like buying Bitcoin in 2012 or when Bitcoin was incredibly cheap. So, and then now everyone has FOMO, right? Because look how far Bitcoin went since then. So this is going to be Caspa, and in like 10 years, we're going to see this totally fly, and you're going to want to be holding a bag of it. So, um, yeah, that is my little take on buying this right now. Exchange listings, I think we're all waiting for Binance. We're waiting for crypto.com. Those will come. I don't think they're going to come anytime soon. I think in the next 4 to 5 months, we could see a Binance listing and a crypto.com listing. Don't sweat it, guys. The chart is going to move regardless. I think it's going to help the project hit mainstream by getting those, especially when it eventually gets a Coinbase and Robinhood listing. But the chart's going to move regardless. So don't even don't get like totally fixated on when the Binance listing is coming. Because back in the beginning of this year, like February and even like through March, January, February, March in Q1, I found people kind of getting anxiety over it. They were like, oh, the Binance listing, the Binance listing. When is it going to get listed on Binance? And I think people are still saying that. And I'm here to tell you, don't sweat it. It will get listed on Binance. It's hard to like pinpoint when. Um, I can tell you it's not going to be anytime soon. I just don't like foresee that. I think again, like I said, in the next maybe 4 months, 5 months at the most. But and 4 months will put us in, let's see, we're already in May, so sometime in late August, early September, we could see a possible Binance listing, I think. Could happen earlier in the summertime, I don't know, but it will help push the project mainstream, but I don't think we're going to see like huge pumps. I think meme season is going to be kind of what pumps this. I think Bitcoin moving is going to be what's going to help pump this. And many other things. And I do think the Binance and some tier one listings will help as well. But it's not just like it gets listed on Binance and then it's going to pump. It's a combination of things, in my opinion. So it's going to be some tier one listings. It's going to be the popularity and conviction around it remains strong and people continue to buy. It's going to be meme season. It's going to be altcoin season. It's going to be timing of the bull cycle. So summertime when things, are really going to be pumping. It's, loosely correlated to Bitcoin. So all these things kind of have to happen together and they will. But that'll ultimately help drive the price for this. My price prediction on this is the same. Um, there's been countless debates on this in the past week of where KASPA is probably going to go price-wise. Some people have a really strong conviction in it and they're predicting over $5. I'm not predicting that. I think my price prediction has stayed very consistent for the entire year I've been covering this on the channel. And that is, I give it a range of $3 to $5. $5 is my really bullish price prediction, but it does have potential to get to that. And my more conservative, reasonable price prediction would be around $3. So I'm giving it a range of $3 to $5. And I think either price point is great because if it only hits $3 this bull cycle, that doesn't mean it's not going to go over $3 ever. Like, this is a project. I think it's important that everyone kind of remembers this and puts this into perspective. This is a project that's going to keep rising. So if it doesn't hit $4 or $5 in December 2025, that's okay because it's still going to hit that. Maybe just not in the timing that we want. So this is one of those plays that, we have to be patient, just like with Bitcoin. Patience paid off, and now look at Bitcoin. This is a long-term play, guys. Okay, you should be holding this for or at least a small bag of it. I know people are definitely going to take profits, which as you should, but you should be holding at least a small to medium bag of this for the next 10 years because this is going to keep rising in price again and again. And where could this be in 10 years? 30 to $50 maybe. I know that's quite a range. That's like a $20 difference, but it's going over $10. So this is just something of value and something you're really going to want to hold. Last point I want to make before I end this video is if you are in on the KRC20 tokens, top three right now, in my opinion, are Croak, Kango, and the godfather of KRC20, Nacho. And I think Cairo is also a really good one. And also make sure you check out my video for KRC20 that I just introduced that is currently minting. It's called Ori the Ant. But if you are in on any of the KRC20 tokens, they are directly correlated to KASPA. And I know we all know that, obviously, with them being on the KASPA network and being in the KASPA umbrella. But those are directly correlated to KASPA and what KASPA does. So if you hold KASPA and you hold some KRC20 tokens, I think you're going to be making a lot of money. And especially if you are in on those four that I just mentioned. Nacho, Kango, Croak, Cairo, and also look into Ori the Ant. They're doing a lot of cool things. So, the KRC20 tokens are fun. I think that realm will definitely be back. Croak is flying right now. So if you hold KASPA, you love KASPA, definitely be looking into the KRC20 tokens because this is all going to pump together. When KASPA pumps, the KRC20s, at least some of them, are really going to pump. So this is all stuff you should be looking at, especially if you are a big KASPA fan. So I just wanted to add that as well, that the KRC20 tokens are directly, not loosely, directly correlated to what KASPA does. So I will keep you posted on this as I always do. Social media links are in the description section, Instagram, X, Discord server. Give me a follow on those. And of course, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is so appreciated, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks, guys.